Stay away from cities with dyke mayors. They spray the pipes major. Don't play with your life, player. Or take the dice, player. But if you got a quota, then stay away from toddlers. These bitches are fight promoters. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Train your toddler. Please train your toddler. Whippings, timeouts, take her allowance. Cause also she will destroy your life if you allow it. Fucking, I'm tired of rapping. Yo, low, bring in the choir. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare. Welcome to the daycare.
Niggas need to stop giving these bitches all the attention. That's why niggas is dying now. When these hoes get horny, niggas die. Hoes get horny, niggas die. Watch, every die. We gotta start saying fuck these bitches, man. If you fucking with a cool female, that's all good. But if you fucking with a bitch, you need to break her ass and shake her ass.
Welcome to the Dirty Folks Daycare. I am your tolerologist, Dirty Folks, and I appreciate y'all being here. Today's a story of faith and inspiration, man. We gonna be happy today, man. We gonna be happy today. I don't want to start off with a story that sounded crazy to me at first, until I knew it was a story about faith. Apparently, an 87-year-old woman fought off an intruder, then fed him after he told her he was awfully hungry. First of all, how weak are you if you get beat up by an 87-year-old lady? That's first off, right? That's first off. That's caught my attention. I'm going to paraphrase this. I'm not going to read it all the way through. But there was a line in here that I thought was kind of bars. Marjorie Perkins says she awoke at 2 a.m. on July 26th and saw the young man standing over her bed. He had shed his shirt and pants and told her that he was going to cut her. Yo, wait, whoa. He shed his shirt and pants. What was he about to do with this 87-year-old lady that he took off his shirt and pants? That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. I can't see it.
Hell no. To the no. Yeah.
She said, I thought, well, I use voice.
I thought to myself, if he's going to cut, then I'm going to kick.
You go ahead, Granny. Don't let these motherfuckers just take your goodies, man. You do what you gotta do to survive, man. Then she put on her shoes and fall back. Yo, that blew my mind too. Like, who has time to put back on their shoes, bro? Like, you ain't doing nothing. If somebody can put their shoes on while you standing over them with a knife, that's crazy. So, long story short, she beat him up. Then he said he was hungry after he got his ass whipped. So she took him to the kitchen and fed him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. She said at the end, this is what caught my attention the most. Police said in the news release that they quickly tracked down the teenager and charged him with burglary, criminal threatening, assault, and consuming liquor as a minor. Authorities did not release his identity because of his age and said the teen lived a few blocks away from the victim. That is crazy. So someone that had to be under the age of 17 went into an old lady's house, got naked with a knife, said he was going to cut her. I'm assuming he said he was going to cut her unless she gave him some cutty. But she was allowed to get dressed and beat him up, then fed him a sandwich. That's nothing but faith. That woman had the faith of Job. That's nothing but faith. And on the flip side, these youth believe in nothing because they're raised by people that believe in nothing. I thought that's a messed up story though. Like I've had an invader in my home before. I've had to get up at 2 in the morning before my girl waking me up. Like,
You need to go upstairs. I hear a noise.
and I'm thinking it's a raccoon and it's a whole goddamn swole ass dolphin. That's a whole different type of coon right there. So I know how it feels, how violated you feel when somebody else is in your home. So shout out to that lady. But he got what he had coming. So part of having faith is having a belief that if you do the right thing, that things will just work out for you, right? That's a huge part of faith. I believe that if I participate in the game, I have the possibility of winning, right? If I play the lottery, I have a possibility to win. And faith is fine and dandy until it comes to having faith in your fellow people.
Hey, y'all! Masters are coming! He's a coming, y'all! Masters are coming! Here he comes! Look, guys, you asked me to take...
It's hard to ask you guys. First of all, you guys don't love your brothers as you love yourself. The majority. There are some that do, and the ones that do, they excel in life, and shout out to them. They join a frat, clique, crew, gang, tribe, lodge, club, and they excel with their people. But it's not a large collective. It's a small group of people with the same ideology. Yet, but individually speaking, you guys don't trust your other people. And I'm not saying that you should, with good cause. But you want somebody. You want somebody to love you. You want these toddlers to love you. And then y'all listen to toddlers with clothes on, hoping you can find love.
Men used to be men. Now you millennial motherfuckers running around worrying about what women think and how they feel and apologizing and shit. It's embarrassing.
I'm embarrassed. I ain't gonna lie. And during the course of this, you trying to find somebody to love. You trying to find somebody that you can be bonded to by faith, by love. You end up, unless you gay, you gonna end up with a toddler. I mean, there's nowhere else to go around it. You're going to end up trying to date a toddler. She may be a different color. She may be a different age. Like you may be pushing 40 and she pushing 20, which is actually, that would be delicious. You 38, she 18, nigga, you a winner, bro. You won the lottery. But she may be different race, different age, different nationality for the passport bros. But niggas is looking for somebody. They have to have faith that out of 6 billion people, there is one person out there for them. And I say to you, brothers, that goddamn pink chair, have faith in the chair. Have faith in the chair. Let me show you guys something. This is going to sound crazy to you guys, but it won't sound crazy to me at all. As a matter of fact, for those who take tolerology, you knew this already. You know what I should do? I should turn on the volume. Let's go.
Oh, we're comparing stats. Baby girl doesn't know that I am Tom Brady at this game. Married at 18, divorced at 21. Second marriage, married at 25, divorced at 28. Third engagement, engaged at 29, ended it at 30, but I kept the ring. I'm still keeping Tom Brady on his toes. We should not be afraid to leave these men. We are not stuck with these people. Marriage is not a sanctimonious thing. It is paperwork. It's something, it's a commitment you make to someone. But if you feel like you're not getting anything from that commitment and you're trying, you gotta go. You gotta go. You have to go. I know it's difficult to fill out paperwork and to make appointments and to do all of these things, but this is your fucking life. Do you want to be stuck with someone? Period. Do you want to be stuck with someone?
I'm not shocked though, man. Shout out to her for being honest. We're gonna break this down. I'm gonna break it down slow. As a matter of fact. Just for this particular moment, just for this particular relaunch, man. She got to get the chair, man. She has to get the chair. I'm gonna give her the chair, man. We're gonna put this chair right here, because I need you to understand the importance of this chair. She is a habitual wife. Now, I will give her credit. Black girls get 2 engagements and never get married. She got 3 marriages with 2 impossible. She goes through with the process. But the truth of the matter is, when you love the woman can leave. Your job is to love the chair. Whoever's sitting in that goddamn chair, you could replace her with another secretary to sit in that chair at any time if you have the skill set to put a toddler in that chair. Now, I want to break it down slow because there's something in here that I've always known. That's in the course, by the way. Y'all need to pick up the course. And Mineral Mitch needs to do a better job at the study sessions. Mineral Mitch, get on that, man. Be a better study session coordinator. Anyway, let's break this down slow.
Oh, we're comparing stats. Baby girl doesn't know that I am Tom Brady at this game. Married at 18, divorced at 21. Second marriage.
Let's do the math. Married at 18. We don't know what month she was married, but she was married at 18, which is a very delicious year to get married. Divorced at 21. That's 3 years. It may be 2 years, but we're going to give it 3. We don't know if she was 18, about to be 19, but we're going to say 3 years. Give her the benefit of the doubt. Let's go.
Married at 25, divorced at 28.
Married at 25, divorced at 28. 3 years. 18 to 21, 3 years. 25 to 28, 3 years. There's a pattern here. Girls can't count, so they don't see the pattern, right? I had to point this pattern out to exes I've been with, and they still didn't see the pattern because I use numbers and girls can't count. But women have a time limit. There is a tenure. Well, it's not a tenure because you got to be 7 years to get tenured. There's a point in time in which women reach their maximum of being able to deal with a person. Love for a man is forever because men will see a woman they love. Men will see a woman they love and they could be married for 50 years and he'll still see her at the age of 70 like he did when he married her at 17, because that's how men's love works, because only men's love is real. Even with your children, as your children grow up, you accept the fact that your children are getting older. You're growing with them. You're going through the phases of life with your children. They're still your babies, but you're going through the phases of life with your child. At 20, with a 2-year-old, you do 2-year-old activity with your 2-year-old, right? Teach them how to ride a big wheel. You put them on your shoulders, go to the zoo or whatever. At 40, with a 20-year-old son, you're doing different things. You're preparing him for the next phase for marriage, for maybe grandkids, you know what I'm saying? Or tell them you ain't ready to be a grandfather yet. Either way, right? Either way, he in college, you teaching them, or he in trade school, and you're going through that with him. The common how math works is you'll never not be 18 years older than him. You know what I'm saying? 20 years older than him, whatever. I say 20, he was 2, so you 40, he 22. You know what I'm saying? So he out of college, he starting his life, you helping him, you know what I'm saying? You co-signing his credit card so you can help him boost his credit. Whatever it is, cool nigga shit, you decide to do with your kids. At 60, when your son is 40, 42, your son's starting to look out for you. You're about to go through retirement. Technology has changed so much that your grandkids got to come through and help fix your remote control and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know how y'all had to do that when y'all was the kids. Y'all had to fix grandma remote control. So now they coming to you. They got some type of tablet or 3D button, or you got to blink your eyelid twice for the TV to come on, and your grandkids showing you. Your son is in a good position, hopefully. You're a grandparent, possibly. But that's still your boy. That young 42-year-old man is still your boy. He's not your baby. He's not your baby. But that's your boy. Women, totally different. Women want their kids to be babies forever. Women say stuff like,
Where did the time go? Oh my God, they so big. Oh, he's starting to look like his dad. Oh, I need to send him to his dad. I need to find a mentor. I need to find a coach. I don't know what I'm doing.
They never said I don't know what I'm doing part out loud though. They should, but they don't. Because women have absolutely no clue of what to do with a child after pre-K. So they want their babies to be babies forever because they can't grow with their children because toddlers are perpetual toddlers, which is why they toddlers, right? They can't mature with the child because women can't mature. Whatever they are by the age between 12 and 16, let's give them 16. Well, whoever they are at 16, that's who they'll be for the rest of their lives. It's just the way of the toddler. That's why you can have a 20-year-old daughter and a 38-year-old mom, and they partying together. You don't never see men do that shit. I know a couple of guys who party with their dad, but they don't go to the club. They at somebody's house, like, you know what I'm saying, the baseball, the football game or the fight come on. You know what I'm saying? Some cool shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And his dad cool as shit. And his dad helped him get jobs, all types of shit, but it's still his dad. His dad will slide through it once in a while. But that's one person I know, and his dad is cool. But they ain't fucking hoes together, no shit like that. They not busting bitches down. They not going, they ain't got no dance routines. Going, you know what I'm saying? Going to the little, you know what I'm saying? The Titty Bopper Club doing dance routines like Kid and Play. They not doing that shit. They just at cookouts together occasionally. Or somebody come by their house. All fathers know who knows their kids' friends are gracious hosts. Women can't grow, so women will plateau and they'll party with their kids because they can't understand their kids growing, because they can't understand aging. Toddlers do not want to age, right? So they go through their lives in phases. So like and sub as y'all come in, man. Like and sub. Send your heart, pay your daycare fees. Bring this back one more time. We gonna do the count together. Come on.
Oh, we're comparing stats. Baby girl doesn't know that I am Tom Brady at this game. Married at 18, divorced at 21. Second marriage, married at 25.
18 to 21, 3 years. Second marriage.
Married at 25, divorced at 28.
Married at 25, divorced at 28. 3-year period. Next marriage.
Third engagement, engaged at 29, ended it at 30, but I kept the ring. I'm still keeping Tom Brady on his toes.
Engaged at 29, broke it off at 30, kept the ring, still playing games with him because he has 2 years to go on this contract, right? Because she has a 3-year period for penis. She has a 3-year penis period. I know a woman with the exact same time as she's on, by the way. Exact same time. Been dealing with guys in 3-year periods since she was a freshman in high school. As a freshman, she dated a dude that she was a senior. You know what I'm saying? By the time she was a senior, she broke up, got another nigga. You know what I'm saying? Boyfriends in between, had another nigga for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? They had another dude for 2.5, 3 years. Then left that dude, got married to another dude. The marriage lasted 3 years. Then she didn't get divorced for 7 years, but they got separated in the 3 years. Then she dated another dude for 3 years, and then that's what made her get divorced officially because she wanted to marry the new dude. But the new dude was like, "Shit, shorty, I can't fuck with you like that. I was only fucking with you because you was married, right?" So she like, we fucking with him, fuck with another nigga for 3 years. That's how women do. That's why you don't care about the chick. You care about the chair. The chair is the only thing important because the chair is for the tenure. Don't worry about, you ain't on her time. She on her time. You just respect her time. Don't get attached to the toddler. Get attached to the chair. But let's continue.
We should not be afraid to leave these men. We are not stuck with these people. Marriage is not a sanctimonious thing. It is.
Pause. Let's pause right there. Marriage is not a sanctimonious thing. She said it. I ain't said it, man.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Yeah.
There's no sanctimony in marriage to any of these toddlers. That's why the divorce rate is so high, right? It is a day for them to dress up and be a princess, and people come and give them gifts. They eat chicken, drink Moscato, fuck a nigga for a couple of months, then go to the next one. They just want a day. It's like a prom for adults. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue.
It is paperwork. It's something. It's a commitment you make to someone. But if you feel like you're not getting anything from that commitment and you're trying, you gotta go.
Let's pause right here. Let's pause right there. Anything can be a relationship. Anything. It's how you relate to other people, right? When she said that, and I'm going to bring it back, I want to bring back this particular part. She sounds to me like LeBron James and Kevin Durant. I signed this paperwork to be committed to you until it no longer fit me because I wanted something else. I wanted a chip. I didn't get a chip. I want to move around. I want to try another team, try another dick. This is the modern male right here, bro. This is the modern single mother raised male with no concept of committing and going through the trials and tribulations. All they know is, I want to be happy right now. I worked. It's about me. I put my work in. I don't feel like you put me in the best position, the best situation. I'm not going to work at it. I'm not going to be Larry Bird and get on a team that had 20 wins before I got there, 64 wins I'm about to say freshman year, my rookie year. Because I don't want to make the people around me better. I'm not going to be Michael Jordan playing alongside Orlando Woodridge and Dave Corzine and Brad Sellers and a bunch of other people you never heard of. You know what I'm saying? And making the best players on my team strictly off marketing, Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant. And Horace Grant wasn't no hell of a player because he had a twin brother named Harvey Grant. And Harvey Grant won all they one-on-one games. And Harvey Grant was stuck in Washington playing for the Bullets. The Wizards now, but playing for the Bullets. And Harvey ain't never win shit. Them boys ain't even go to the playoffs, bro. Horace with Mike, and all of a sudden he on All-Star games. I'm not going to be Mike and make my team better and make people that will be marginal players anywhere else. If Scottie Pippen went to Seattle, he wouldn't have been shit. If Forrest Grant was Harvey Grant instead and went to the Wizards, he wouldn't have been shit. I'm not going to put the team on my back because I'm a winner and go through the trials and tribulations and get beat by the Celtics and get beat by the Pistons until I'm the bully on the block because I learned how to win from what I did wrong when I lost, and now I'm a champ. I'm not even going to go into a second marriage like Kobe. I'm not going to run away the best partner I ever had because I use the voice.
I'm independent. I'm doing me. I don't need no shack-ass husband. I'm my own person.
Until you realize you did need a shack-ass nigga. And then on your second time around, take Paul Gasol, who never won shit, but he had potential, as much potential as you can have being a professional player already, and take Paul Gasol from Memphis and put him on your team and turn that man from a decent player to a perennial all-star. I don't have that type of time. Not on that type of time. I want instant gratification with the best people I could do. We not gonna build shit. We ain't gonna mold shit. We not gonna do preseason together. We not gonna go hang out after the game. We not gonna do breakfast and brunch, and we don't have no inside jokes. I just know that you got a good resume. I got a good resume. You should be able to mash us together, and we should be great. Until we not great because we're in a relationship with no chemistry. Because the team loved me and took a chance on me, but I didn't love the team back. I just loved what I could get out the team. How she feels about marriage is how I've watched men feel about their careers in this new LeBron James era of life. No commitment, a lot of androgyny, a lot of bisexuality. But they don't even stay committed. They can fuck two genders and can't stay devoted to either one. That's crazy. Like us up as y'all come in, man. Like us up. Send your heart, pay your daycare fees. Let's say that again.
To someone, but if you feel like you're not getting anything from that commitment and you're trying, you gotta go. You gotta go. You have to go. I know it's difficult to fill out paperwork and to make appointments and to do all of these things, but this is your fucking life. Do you want to be stuck with someone?
You know what's so crazy? Using the sports reference again. If LeBron ain't happy in Cleveland, he can go to Miami. And Cleveland will be mad. But the rest of the world will be like, what was that?
He free to do what he want to do. He can do his own thing. He's his own man.
Flip side, right now in New York, whatever's going on with Saquon Barkley, the coach told him, not the coach, the owner told him,
man, look, you can stay here or you can leave. Somebody else will take your spot.
And the whole sports world is going crazy. Like, man, owners ain't loyal to the players, blah, blah, blah. Why is it that when you're in a rulership position, I know why, because coloreds are victims. Shit, most of the nation is victims, to be honest with you. But coloreds especially when it's a colored, they so victimized that when the person in a position of power says, I love my pink chair, you can sit in this pink chair, Saquon, as long as you healthy. As long as you capable of climbing in this chair, Saquon Barkley, you can sit in this pink chair. But if you think this chair ain't good enough for you, you can move around and now get somebody else to sit in this pink chair. Everybody think he's a meanie. But Kevin Durant can tell the owner, look, you just paid me to sit in this chair for 5 years. 4 years with an option. I've been sitting in this chair for 3 months now. 3 goddamn months. I don't want to sit in this chair anymore. I want you to move me because I don't like this chair. And the owner like, well, damn, but you just signed on to sit in the chair for 4 years. I don't worry about what I did. I said what I said, but I want to go. And they call that player empowerment. The ability for player empowerment is the no fault divorce for men. That's what that is. And that's the generation we're in, where nobody has any commitment. There's no commitment to what you signed up for. Not only that, but this crooked ass media run by a group of people who demand and command commitment to the point that you can't even say anything against them, or they'll call you anti-Semite. They demand commitment, are promoting anybody who won't commit. That shit crazy.
Mama back.
So here's the thing. Let's continue.
Period. Do you want to be stuck with something?
Now here's the thing about what she said and what's popping in these streets right now versus what happened to the young lady, Leah. I never did know her real name, I ain't gonna lie. To me, she was always just a wife from Everybody Loves Raymond. You know what I'm saying? She was just a wife from Everybody Loves Raymond to me, but she actually has a name. What's her name? Leah Remini. Somebody made her keep her commitment. I'm gonna slow walk this one. We gonna get to Leah. Like and sub as y'all come in, man. Like and sub. It's in your heart. Pay your daycare fees. Leah Remini attended a wedding for Tom Cruise. We all know Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is devout. Now he has faith. Tom Cruise has faith. Tom Cruise is a devout Scientologist. He credits his career to Scientology, even though he was already an actor before he joined. And he said this on Oprah, he was illiterate. That's crazy when you think about it. He was illiterate until he joined the Church of Scientology, and they taught him how to read.
Well, because the white man is the slave.
That's the wrong one.
The rest of the people are the slaves. Why would I submit to a slave? I don't submit to no slave. I submit to my slave master, which is the white man.
That ain't what I meant. I meant amazing. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something that y'all don't know about me, because y'all don't know me like that. Once upon a time, I worked for the Church of Scientology. Needed a job, saw it in the paper, went up there. That's how I learned what my IQ was. They make you take an IQ test, all type of shit. The first thing that happens when you go into the Church of Scientology is they teach you how to read, which is very different than how public and private school teaches you how to read. L. Ron Hubbard has a very definitive way of teaching you how to read, to the point, I'm not even gonna lie, if I had a child today, I would make my child go to the Church of Scientology to learn how to read. What they do is they give you a simple sentence, make you define every word in that sentence. So you have to have a definition for the word A. A is a letter, but it also denotes a place in a sentence. The, You know what I'm saying? So you have to be able to define every word of a sentence. And then people will come through and quiz you on what does the word "the" mean? Like what? So by the time you can comprehend what you're reading, in the Book of Ethics written by L. Ron Hubbard, which is probably my favorite L. Ron Hubbard book. I know he made it big off Dianetics, but he has a book called the Book of Ethics. And I've used the Book of Ethics in my life. I've used the Book of Ethics to understand my family. I've used the Book of Ethics to understand how to tribe. I've used the Book of Ethics to design the tolerology course. And the Book of Ethics simply said this. It's a 500 some odd page book. I'm going to give you a summary of one paragraph of one page of a 500 some odd page book. The thing that touched my soul, it said, man, if you're in a place in your life that you think things are going wrong, what most people do is go back to the place where things went wrong. The analogy he used was simple. He said, if you ever cram for a test and you realize you done read this whole chapter, but you can't remember nothing that you read, and that's happened to all of us, right? You done read this whole thing, you don't even remember nothing, you don't have any concept of what you read. He said, because that means that there was a word or a sentence that you didn't understand, that you skipped, right? You skipped it, hoping that you would get context by continuing. But the more you continue, the more confused you got because you skipped that first sentence in the first place. So everything after that you don't understand because you didn't understand that. So you went back to the sentence you didn't understand, but that's an incomplete process. You have to go back to the last point that you did understand and continue from there. Like I said, I've done it in my own life. I'll try to figure out like, yo, when did this go wrong? And then I say, yo, when was it right? And from that point, when it was right, which fork in the road should I have gone? Right? And you can make, in history, there's only 4 phases of history. No matter how far you go in history, all they doing is rebranding the players of the game, but the game is still the same. There's 4 phases of history. You know what I'm saying? You at the bottom, you working toward the top. You're at the top, you're on your way back to the bottom. You know what I'm saying? It's a very simple, cyclical relationship. If you want to stay at the top, then you put a loop on what was getting you to the top. You don't make a loop of you being on top. It don't matter because you're on top. You can't loop that. You continue to loop how to get on top. Michael Jordan said that as well. After Mike won the championship in '91, he said, man, the one of the hardest things to do is to give yourself a new motivation to go out there and get another chip. Every chip is different. Every motivation is different. You got to go out there and find a way to start, because you ain't got to start at the beginning anymore. You not at ain't has shit part no more. Now you at the finna get shit part all the time. You always on the I'm about to get shit. I'm about to get shit. That's how you keep the hunger. And it's hard to stay hungry when you full. So you go in here. I shout way more people, man, than this motherfucker, man. Shout out to the people in here. Shit, man, this should be way bigger. Make sure y'all like and share this shit, man. Y'all might have to share. I ain't gonna take this one down. I'm gonna leave this one up, man. Share this with your people, man. So I live my life on that. Now, Tom Cruise being a member of Scientology, when he decided to get married to Caitlyn, whoever, I just remember her name, Caitlyn, because they Hollywood nickname is Tomcat. I kind of like it though, because Tom Cruise, he be in the he be in the fucking Mission Impossibles and all that. That's kind of cool. All right, chill, we out. No more chair. Here's a list of Scientologists. Tom Cruise is the number one, the biggest of the group. Elizabeth Moss. Kirstie Alley. I was shocked about that one. Apparently, commercials are also part of Scientology. For real? That's crazy. They don't even have no button. You can close the ad out. That's crazy. All right. John Travolta is part of Scientology. Laura Prepon, I don't even know who she is, but I'm pretty sure she must be awesome. She says she's one of the funniest female comedians of all time. Okay, all right. Jason Lee, I didn't expect that one. Jason Lee is a Scientologist. Kelly Preston, who is John Travolta's wife, she is also part of the faith, which is beautiful when a husband and wife share the same faith and the same lessons of the belief system. This particular person I'm looking for, and then Beck, that's crazy. I like Beck too. I ain't gonna lie, I like Beck. Erica Christensen. I've seen her in movies, but I ain't never know her name. Giovanni Ribisi. Yo, he stay on bullshit. In every movie, he stay on bullshit. Sonny Bono. Rest in peace to Sonny Bono. This is important right here, though. Sonny Bono was involved with the church for a period of his life, but made an attempt to leave in 1991. According to his wife, they made it very difficult for him to exit Scientology. Now, where's his death? Damn, Sonny was from Detroit. That's crazy. I'm trying to see. What year he died. I don't feel like Googling it. I was hoping it was in here. But soon after Sonny Bono left the Church of Scientology, he mysteriously died during a ski trip. They said he hit a tree. Okay. But he was an experienced skier. He said he hit a tree. Okay. Juliette Lewis. I have no idea who she is. I do know who she is. I ain't never know her name. Bijou Phillips. I don't know who she is. Isaac Hayes. My main man, Isaac Hayes. That's where I'm going to stop at. There was a time in which the biggest people in Scientology were Isaac Hayes and John Travolta. It was John Travolta coming out as a Scientologist that gave Tom Cruise the courage to come out. He had been in Scientology, but he had never broadcast that he was a Scientologist. It was John Travolta being part of Scientology and Isaac Hayes. Isaac Hayes was doing concerts for the Church of Scientology. For a small period of time, Isaac Hayes lived in one of the churches of Scientology. And the reason I remember that is because that's around the same time I got the job. The Church of Scientology is officially a religion, but it's more of a hub. It's a hub. People from all walks of life come in and they take of it and take from it what they will, and they go out and do what they're going to do. Okay, cool, fine, cool. There are also people who have given all of their worldly possessions to the Church of Scientology and become part of it. But those people didn't have much to give in the first place. Brother, we started off with Tom Cruise, man. The whole thing was about Tom Cruise. Where you at, man? Anyway, so one of the people who didn't make the top 70 list, or maybe he did, because I stopped at Isaac Hayes, was the wife from Everybody Loves Raymond, Leah Remini. I never knew her name until today, I ain't gonna lie. Leah Remini sues the Church of Scientology, alleging harassment. Actor and former Church of Scientology member Leah Remini filed a lawsuit against the organization and its leader, David Miscavige, on Wednesday. Remini, who left the church in 2013 after being a member since childhood, alleged she's been a victim of harassment, intimidation, surveillance, and defamation for 17 years. Let me repeat that right there, because this is beautiful right here. Right here. She's alleged she has been the victim of harassment, intimidation, surveillance, and defamation for 17 years. Shout out to the Church of Scientology. In so many words, she has been a victim of penalty. She's seeking compensation and punitive damages for the economic and psychological harm she claims the church inflicted upon her. Most importantly, she seeks injunctive relief to end Scientology's policies against suppressive persons so that current and former Scientologists and others who wish to expose Scientology's abuses, including journalists and advocates, may feel free to hold Scientology accountable without the fear that they will be threatened into silence, her attorneys wrote. Okay, let's pause right there. Maybe we'll come back to that. The Church of Scientology is doing anti-defamation right. They are doing anti-Semitism right. They are doing penalty correctly. I respect it. I know it sounds bad when these liberals tell you, but you know, Remini's a girl and don't listen to girls with clothes on. Here's what it is. If I have an organization and I make you sign non-disclosures and I tell you what the rules are, and you free to do what you want to do, but you're not free to do that shit here. You can do what you want to do, but you can't do it here. Then I have a right to protect my logo from all threats, both foreign and domestic. I have a right to defend the logo.
My congeniality is fucked. I have no censors and I need to be stopped.
People with no self-restraint, that's their business. It's my job to protect the logo. If Scientology says, look, this is the logo, respect the logo, protect the logo. To say that they want to be able to talk shit about my logo and nothing happened to you out your motherfucking mind.
Hell no, to the no. Yeah.
You got life fucked up. Think you gonna shit on my logo, ain't nothing gonna happen to you. You lucky if you live through this situation, shawty. Ain't nobody playing with your ass, talking bad about my logo, you goofy motherfucker. I don't begrudge the church at all. Not even a little bit. Let me see if I can make this a little bit bigger. Now, according to the church website, Scientology is a religion that offers a precise path leading to a complete and certain understanding of one's true spiritual nature and one's relationship to self. I think that's it. Okay, here it is. Remini has spoken out against the church. Sure. Okay, here's the part. Remini has spoken out against the church for years, but several prominent celebrities, including Tom Cruise, John Travolta, Elizabeth Moss, and Danny Masterson, continue to be affiliated with the religion. Remini has said in the past that Cruise was one of the reasons that she left Scientology. Whoa, for real? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Being critical of Tom Cruise is being critical of Scientology itself. You are evil.
She told 2020 correspondent Dan Harris in 2015. CBS News reached out to the church for a comment. Church ain't said shit. Ain't they business. But the organization has addressed Remini in the past. In a label to the cable network A&E regarding her docuseries about the religion, the Church of Scientology said Remini was incapable of being objective about Scientology. Unable to move on with her life, Miss Remini has made a cottage industry out of whining both about her former religion that expelled her, as well as her former friends that she alienated with her unending bitterness and seething anger, the church wrote in 2016. Rather than letting go, Miss Remini has doubled down on her obsessive hatred, turning the obnoxious, spiteful ex-Scientologist she once vowed she would never become. Oh, let me say this real quick. What Leah Remini is trying to do is cancel culture at church. And the church is like, hell no.
Hell no. To the no, no, no. Yeah.
And then she babbling about it like, but they did me wrong. They did me wrong. And because the church refuses to allow one person to bring them down, they like, yo, this bitch must be stopped.
My congeniality is fucked. I have no censors and I need to be stopped.
So, yo, it just hit me what Play was talking about. Yo, I did keep saying the wife of Everybody Love Raymond. It was King of Queens. You right, God. Anyway, so what their church is doing is something that the cowardly Baptist church has always been afraid to do, and that is to show discipline to a toddler. I respect it. The fact that coloreds are raised by women and women hate authority, so blacks hate authority, whether it's police or teachers or employers or any fucking body, team owners. They think there's something wrong because they think like girls. But the truth is, all you have to do is leave me alone. You can break up with me. Leave me alone. Don't come back trying to slash my car tires. Don't come back here trying to bust my windows. Don't come over here trying to fuck my best friend. Don't come over here trying to tell people that I was abusive to you. And when you ask to prove it, you talking about I told you no one time, so I'm emotionally abusive. Don't come over here trying to tarnish my name. Don't come over here trying to cancel me just because you can't get your way. And nobody cancels their best and brightest more than black women. And to be perfectly honest with you, Remini is Italian and Italians are blacks. They literally call sand niggas everywhere outside of America. America is the only place that sees Italians as legally white. Everybody else calls them sand niggas. So, or olive niggas. Sand niggas is Arabs. Olive niggas. Do not let these toxic ass toddlers destroy your logo, man. She had every reason in the world. So I wanted to put that out there because I want to read this back. Let's go back to where we started. Just one chapter ahead, right? All they asked her to do Remini, who had left the church in 2013 after being a member since childhood. So the church taught her how to read, basically. Alleged she's been a victim of harassment, intimidation, surveillance, and defamation. Okay, cool. They're asking her to be part of the community. She's saying no. They saying okay. But they have a lot of people that she knows that's part of the faith. A lot of people she knows is part of the faith. So like anybody, they'll ask you when you coming home. Niggas ask me that shit all the time. They be like, yo, square, man, you got when you coming home. People ask. You can't be part of the paparazzi and then say that people have been stalking you and harassing you. These are people that were your co-workers, people that were your friends, childhood friends and professional friends. In order to get away from them, considering your profession is their profession, you will have to leave the profession. Or go to another gang like the Tiny Hats, so they give you a show on A&E to try to take down a rival, because that's what they're doing. This is an Italian part of Scientology. Because she didn't go to the Roman Catholic Church. She from Italy. She should definitely go to the Roman Catholic Church. Rome is in Italy. She didn't do that. Instead, she went to the synagogue to try to get some assistance. And it was like, all right, help us tear down that other gang over there. That's simply church gang banging. That's Crips versus Bloods. That's the alphas and the Qs stomping in the yard for who gonna get the best pledgees. That's all they doing. She the ops, be honest with you. She switched sides, nigga. She really the ops. This is what your black women do you every day. Every day they fuck with you with first right of refusal. Every day. Bring you to the arms of a different race or a nation of women, then try to destroy you for leaving them alone, and try to destroy you if you stay with them. How you looking for a needle in a stack of needles? Hope you can find one good one. Why they got a time limit on where they gonna deal with you? Either they not gonna deal with you at all and try to cancel you for not waiting around, or they gonna deal with you for a particular point in time, a time in which only she knows. You know too if you ask her how long her past relationships were, but she not gonna tell you because bitches don't count all the dicks they do. So you'll never know because girls can't count. So you will never know, right? It's all pot luck. Scientology saying that thou shalt not pass. Shit, the Octa say that thou shalt not pass. You know what I'm saying? The Jews say thou shalt not pass. You know who let everything pass? Goddamn shirtless force dudes. Fucking Hebrews and Baptists and that. Anytime a nigga depend on a bitch for money and a gay for singing, that they all going. Anyway, that's all they doing, man. They depend on their logo. Let's see if there's anything else in here I want to talk about real quick, because I want to go to another story that Remini is involved with. Oh no, she's trying to fuck up this shit. Okay, so Remini's in the news because apparently, and I don't know how I missed this story, because I must have had a different link. Because there was something about how she got into she got into a small melee with the Church of Scientology when she showed up for Tom Cruise's wedding to Caitlyn, whoever. I don't know how that wasn't in that article. Maybe I read a lot of articles. It's the wrong one. But let's keep it pushing. So, I want to show you guys how a true culture works. This is an article titled 3 Great Ways to Excommunicate a Misbehaving Jew, written by Zach Solomon, a Jew. Now, I'm going to scroll past a lot of this. It's a very short article. But, yeah, very short. But, one way is the Nisafah, the Nidwa, and the Harim. I'm not going to try to even pronounce it right because I don't care. But, one is by stealing or enslaving another guy. That doesn't make sense. Those ain't the ones I'm looking for. Okay, so what they want to is, this is, where's the 3? Okay, start right here. One discipline is a 1-day ban from your community. You retire your house, your speak little. I'm assuming that's your title, and feel remorse, right? So basically, they sanction you. They take your stuff and they tell you, you know what I'm saying, you're on timeout, right? One step stricter is a week-long censure in which no one but your family can associate with you or even sit within 6 feet of you. And the third is an indefinite punishment, which no one is permitted to work with you or basically go near you. So you just totally abandoning these streets. Now, there are other things that happen that they don't write about, but I'm gonna tell you, because I know how gangs work, baby. I know how gangs work. I'm not even gonna use the gang terminology. I'm gonna use the X-Men. I like the X-Men. Once upon a time, there was a mutant whose power was not to die. That was their power, to not to die. So anytime they died, they got resurrected. Like, they didn't have heat vision, they couldn't fly, nothing. They was like regular people. But their mutant power was every time they died, they resurrect with the memories of who they were. I think her name was like Erica Rambeau or something like that. Anyway. So she tried to go against the X-Men. As a penalty, they took away her powers. So now she lost the ability to come back to life. No more reincarnation for her. Very sad. Then they were going to kill her. They was like, yo, you up out of here. You're a traitor. We took your powers. You about to die. I can't remember who it was. I want to say Gambit. Was like, yo, nah, bro. You can't kill her right here. We on Genosha. Genosha has a rule. The number 1 rule is you can't kill humans unless self-defense. And now that you took away her mutant powers, she is now a regular human. So whatever she did before you took her powers, she no longer a mutant. You can't do that. As a human, you can't rock with her like that on Genosha. But you can expel her. She's expelled to never be around another mutant again. Kick off the island. And the caveat was, but once she leaves Genosha, hunt her like a dog. Make sure she don't see tomorrow, but you can't do it here. You can't do it here. If you catch her in New York City, man, pop 'em. But you can't do it here because the rules is you can't do it here. So what ended up happening was, that's what happened. Now, as far as this article goes, they tell you about the excommunication. But as the first article about Leah was saying, after you're excommunicated, they still on your ass, Mr. Postman. So the excommunication leads to the possible deletion, but sanctions at best, right? Because that's how culture works. That's not how color works, but that's how culture works. America has rules against sedition and traitors. Everybody has rules against these that the liberals violate every day, by the way. The sedition rules of America violated every day. The rules that you have to be a citizen of the United States to own a public office gets violated in liberal cities every day. They got illegal aliens that can't even get a state ID or a driver's license. These motherfuckers is running for election and they police officers and shit. This shit is crazy out here. Man, the way that they selling you out. And these are the same, and these motherfuckers sitting right next to you in these Baptist churches. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you how much I hate these motherfucking black women. I can't describe in words how much hatred I have for righteously. Not sexually. As a matter of fact, that's the only thing they're good for. Like, you catch me when we fucking. Or I'm trying to fuck, because that's their only value. They bring no value to your children. They bring no value to your community. They bring no value to your laws. They bring no value to shit. They're the most destructive, traitorous people on earth. If you were an American instead of a black, you will be laying them down in the street because you'll be fighting terrorism, both foreign and domestic. And these domestic terrorisms are bringing in the foreigners. Y'all be alpha-ing these motherfuckers everywhere you go.
Daddy, you spanked Mama.
You're darn tootin' I did.
That means you love her.
That's what I've been trying to tell her.
Instead of y'all on panels trying to figure out how y'all can have better relationships with these motherfucking terrorists. Y'all niggas crazy. Anyway. So, Leah. Wait. Let me not get into Leah yet. So, a woman by the name of Shelly Miscavige had an incident. Distraught Shelly Miscavige, the wife of David Miscavige, who is the leader of the Church of Scientology, by the way. L. Ron Hubbard died. It's had a couple of presidents since then. Because that's what happens when you set up a system. Just a sidebar. L. Ron Hubbard wrote 50 sci-fi books before he wrote Dianetics. From the book Dianetics, he created the Church of Scientology. L. Ron Hubbard is one of my top 5 historical figures, by the way. I fuck with L. Ron heavy. When he created the Church of Scientology, he created courses, all types of stuff. Church of Scientology doesn't really have a secular figure. They have courses, and like they say, it's a pathway on how you live your life. It teaches you, it's spiritual. It's not, there's like, you can be any religion you want to be. You could be whatever you want to be and come to the Church of Scientology and worship that God. But they don't worry about the deity. They don't have a deity. Like L. Ron Hubbard's not their God. They just work on the spirituality of it. And from that, he created the system. So after he died, the system moves on. The system don't stop. Shout out to the system, right? Too many times when others do things, they follow the man instead of following the system, and then the mission dies with the man. So shout out to Aaron for that. But with that being said, so the president of the new president is David Miscavige, and apparently his wife is going through a situation. So let's check this out. Distraught Shelly Miscavige, oh y'all can't see it, was dragged off by unidentified men after her quote-unquote abusive husband removed her from his office, claims her assistant, as she sues the Church of Scientology for kidnapping. That's crazy. Kidnapping is a very strong accusation. A Jane Doe, a woman who was formerly employed as the assistant to Shelley and David Miscavige, is suing the Church of Scientology for damages. She lists 14 causes of action, including false imprisonment, kidnapping, libel, slander, human trafficking, and negligence. Doe, who appeared in the Leah Remini series on Scientology and the aftermath and is now employed by the actress, escaped the church by hiding in a car trunk. Yeah, that's crazy. She claims to have seen Shelly Miscavige on the day she was believed to have gone missing in 2006, although Scientology has denied that she is missing. Good job, Scientology. Doe witnessed a dark-colored tinted vehicle pull up to the main building at Scientology's Gold Base, at which point unidentified men dragged Shelly out. Shelly has not been seen in public since then, and Doe says she never saw her in the 10 years that she remained within the organization. Scientology putting down some penalty around here, baby. They putting down penalty. Lifelong member of Scientology. Actually, that's the base of it. Everything else is going to be in here. The two things that pointed out was that this Jane Doe talks about she had a close relationship with the wife of the Scientology leader, David Miscavige, who has been missing for 10 years, according to her. Nobody else says she's missing, according to her. And after that, no, it doesn't play. And after that, she got a job with Leah Remini. So Leah Remini, she act like she out here freeing slaves, you know what I'm saying? Here's what I want to go through. This is that's one of the facilities for the Church of Scientology in Cali. They have different churches, different places, because they tribe up in different places as you're supposed to, because they have a system. And here's the long and the short. Because I was in Scientology, I got to leave. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple of emails after the fact, like, yo, you gonna rock with us, but, you know, I got to leave. Motherfuckers get to leave, but you don't get to talk shit about it. You don't get to leave a place and then talk shit about it. That's what women do. Women come through organizations and they destroy the organization from the inside. They destroy your race from the inside. They destroy your base from the inside. Anytime y'all say y'all need to build something and y'all include women in the room, I'm gonna walk out because I know she gonna give away all the secrets to your ops. These bitches be blood bitches, bro, and all their baby daddies be Crips and shit, bro. No bullshit. It be like a scene on Poetic Justice when Tupac and Tone Loc was going to pick up they kids. These, but you gotta have a gang truce to pick up your kids on Friday. She got a baby by a Vice Lord, a GD, and a Latin King. These bitches don't give a fuck, bro. And they talk about, man, niggas ain't loyal. These, look. If she been missing for 10 years, she missing. Nobody reported. When I tell y'all things like, man, you got to make sure your toddlers take a tolerology before you got to take your tolerology before you can try it, because you got to know how to sanction your toddlers. When I tell you stuff about, you know what I'm saying, you don't need everybody, just the right bodies. When I tell y'all stuff like, yo, we gonna get our toddlers from the orphanage and they ain't got no families because you got to make sure they ain't got a black mom. When I tell you shit like that, it's for a reason. When I tell you kill for the logo, it's for a reason. Everybody who you have a problem with are individuals that are killed for the logo. There is nothing more dangerous than an emotional man. So I know these T's and the gibbets are killed for the logo. They got a bunch of swole ass football playing Dwight Howard fucking peak physical, know what I'm saying, cocksuckers in them. You think they ain't gonna kill for the logo? Everybody kill for the logo. But they don't delete their toddlers, man. The Jews do. Like you don't really hear it's a lot of white women who really ain't white. You don't find out that they are the Jewish faith until they on some talk show telling you about why you about to get canceled because you said something bad about them. There's a lot of Scientologists that don't mention that until you try to get in the industry and find out, you know what I'm saying? And they don't even really be on that gay shit. They just be on that order shit. Like, oh, you ain't about that life. So, bro, everybody tribe different, man. Anyway, I just found that interesting, man. Like the sub when y'all way out. Ain't nobody, daycare fees, so ain't no shout outs. So as always, love each other as you love yourself. Feed the pack. Tribe up. I'm gonna leave this one up though. Share this video, man.
I know.
Yo, tribesman. The daycare is too influential to be so small. Do your big homie a favor, man. Like, sub, share, clip. I know I got at least 10 bars to change somebody's life. Help me to help my brother. Love each other as you love yourself.